Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson are headed to Netflix. Now,
I think Tank is going to sleep Shakur Stevenson. That's just what I see.
A blockbuster showdown between Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, streamed on Netflix, had all the ingredients to become a huge global event. With the right marketing push, the audience could climb to around 150 million viewers, and a pre-fight documentary series could amplify interest even more, positioning it as one of the most significant streaming moments in boxing history.
Now you're trying to name call, so I gotta bake another one. And I'm gonna continue where I left off. Because if you watch my video, the 175, I told you in that video, I don't know. I don't know if it's his weight. I don't know if it's not his weight. I was like, either it's his weight and that's heavy, or it's not his weight and he's lying. Now he's claiming basically he lied. Whoop-de-doo. Good job, Shakur. You lied to the public on your story and, played some kind of game or trolled. Like, most people that are going to do something like that, they'll troll, and then like maybe the next story will be like, nah, I'm just playing, JK, just kidding, haha.
At 2 minutes and 24 seconds, Shakur Stevenson outlined what he requires to face Tank Davis. An agreed-upon weight that's fair, no restrictions on rehydration, and rigorous testing standards. Clear signs that he's prepared to step into the ring.
All the talk about Shakur going, do this. I saw Tim Bradley say Shakur going to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Paulie Malignaggi said the same thing. Look, I get it. Shakur Stevenson has reached the heights of, he's a very skillful guy, right? His last fight, his last showing was very poor. You know what I'm saying? He didn't box, he ran the whole, fight. And now he's taking on the mindset of, I'm going to get aggressive. If he do that, I'm telling you, even against Harunyan, if that man try to get aggressive and try to come forward and do all that, he getting stopped. Shakur Stevenson, don't get baited into that stuff. Fight your fight.
In the gym, Floyd Mayweather Jr. doesn't simply work out. He turns every session into a display of relentless focus. The music may be blasting and cameras could be filming, but the moment the bell rings, his attention locks in and it becomes strictly about the work.
I just think you gotta be at a reasonable weight, and I don't want no rehydration clause. I don't want nothing that's gonna take away from me actually beating him. So he could come in, long as he make the actual weight, I'll be with it. But it's gonna have to be a lot of testing. It's gonna have to be some real testing, and I'm with it. Let's make it happen there.
Stevenson turned criticism about his fights being boring into a positive, explaining that it actually proves how dominant he is and how outmatched his opponents are.
Do you think that's gonna be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Cause he a good boxer, nigga. That's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fight.
So you feel like that's easy
work?
But you feel like it's easy work though.
Come on.
Shakur Stevenson suggested that several top-level fighters appear hesitant to face him, possibly wary of being exposed under the spotlight. But when asked to name them, he stayed composed and avoided making direct claims, maintaining a careful and measured tone even as specific names were mentioned. Discussing Ryan Garcia, he hinted that call-outs only have meaning if they lead to action. And when Devin Haney was brought up, he made it clear that the real answer would come once the deal is signed and they step into the ring. Gervonta Davis is reportedly preparing for a major return to the ring, as his coach Kelvin Ford confirmed he's ready to take on anyone put in front of him, expressing confidence in beating top champions and even seasoned names like Floyd Mayweather.
Walked into the fight and people were using the word boring, which is why over the last couple of fights, you stood right in the ring. You weren't running from anybody.
That's a compliment.
I understand. That's what I'm asking. That's where I'm coming. How did you feel when you were hearing people say that stuff?
It's a compliment. Because it's like, okay, you got an NBA team, right? Mm-hmm. They go smash people 128 to 70 points every time they go out there. Right. That's boring to watch, right? Yeah. That's boring for you to watch, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not competitive.
Yeah, it's not competitive.
That's my fights. Mm-hmm. It's you're complimenting me when you say, oh, he's boring. I'm making guys like T.O. look like nothing.
Does it ever make you feel compelled to make fights more interesting?
I did my fight before this. I fought Williams Zepeda. I stood in the pocket. Yep. I took some punches for the fans. I showed them where my heart was at, and I got that in my arsenal if I need.
Terrence Crawford spoke highly of Gervonta Davis, describing him as an intelligent and explosive fighter who can rely on sharp boxing skills just as effectively as his punching power. In Crawford's opinion, that dangerous combination would make Davis the most difficult test of Shakur Stevenson's career. When asked who the hardest puncher is among today's top fighters, Crawford answered without hesitation, pointing to Davis as the clear choice, something he believes is already widely recognized in boxing.
A lot of people don't want to get embarrassed.
Well,
he got embarrassed for y'all.
You on the Stephen A. Smith show? You on the Stephen A. Smith show, bro? So give it to me. Give me names. Who's scared to get embarrassed? Who Teofimo wasn't? Who's scared to get embarrassed? I need names.
I'm not a names guy. Like, I can't keep.
Can I say the names?
You can call it.
I'm asking. Can I
call
say the
whatever names you want?
Gervonta Davis scared?
Hey man, like I said, I don't speak on that dude.
Is Ryan Garcia scared?
He been saying my name lately. Let's see if he really stick with it.
Is Devin Haney scared?
We'll see. It'll come to fruition on fight night. Or when it's time to.
When asked which of the three fighters packs the most power, the response was clear that Tank stands above the rest without question, with his punching strength widely acknowledged. As the conversation then shifted toward fight tactics and strategy, the focus moved beyond raw power.
Gone nowhere. Tank is still here, and I guarantee you something gonna happen. Everybody miss Tank fight. When he come back, it got to be the right fight because we want to entertain. Things happen for a reason to make a person much stronger. One of the guys that y'all truly love is not in the mix right now, but he will be back in the mix. Y'all gotta remember, Tank been doing this shit since he was 7 years old. Sometimes you need that reset. Him being away, going through things that he's been going through, this crazy ass stuff. He looks happy. He looks happy.
Timothy Bradley pointed out that in boxing, outcomes are largely determined by styles. He noted that Shakur Stevenson recently showed he's willing to stay in the pocket with high output opponents, taking shots while responding with his own counters. However, he cautioned that this approach may not be effective against bigger punchers or elite counterpunchers. Bradley suggested Stevenson will likely need to rely more on movement, precise positioning, and controlled counterpunching going forward. He also stressed the importance of protecting his hands and indicated that Shakur could gradually develop into a more calculated, Mayweather-like technician who prioritizes defense, accuracy, and smart decision-making over risky exchanges.
One thing I can say about Tank is he's smart. He can box and he's explosive. I see that being Shakur's toughest fight because of the power.
Who the most powerful out of them three?
Tank, hands down.
Okay.
Everybody know Tank.
Fights as well. Just because Shakur stood there against this guy inside the pocket, high volume puncher, absorbs some shots countered. He can't do that with another guy, who's a little bit more of a bigger puncher or bigger threat, that's a damn, real good counter puncher. He's gonna have to be a little bit more savvy inside the ring, use his movement, offset him and counter, effectively. So I'm not expecting Shakur to have this type of performance every time he set foot in the ring. But, moving forward, I'm thinking possibly we're gonna see that, hit, get out of the way, hit, counter, because these hands, man, they not gonna hold up. So He gonna turn a little bit into more of a Mayweather type of fighter, where he's just, hey, he's in it, he's point fighting, and he's.
The analyst favored Shakur Stevenson in a stylistic matchup due to his strong defense and improving offense, but warned that Gervonta Davis remains dangerous at all times because of his precision and knockout power, where one clean shot could change the fight instantly, raising doubts about how Shakur would handle real pressure if he gets hurt.
If that Gervonta Davis get in the ring with Shakur, I got Shakur all day, 7 days a week. But if we get in all the way locked in, Tank Davis, it's a little bit more of a difficult fight. You know, if you really think about the style matchup between these two, you got one of the best defensive fighters, if not the best defensive fighter in the game. You got one of the most accurate fighters, you know, power punches in the game as well. But you have one that throws less punches. He probably had many of these top guys at 135 pounds, he throws the least amount of punches. You got a guy like Shakur who showed you that he has offense. You know, I think stylistically would favor Shakur, you know, based upon his defense and his offense now. But again, all the way locked in, all it takes is one. You know, and if he lands that one, man, it could, I don't know, it could be bad for Shakur, it could be not. Maybe Shakur takes it. You know what I mean? We really haven't seen Shakur get hit with something that, you know, that really got his attention.
Compact and explosive, built for finishing fights early. Tank may be shorter than many of his opponents, but he makes up for it with strong shoulders, powerful legs, and a solid core that allows him to generate serious force behind every punch. His build is not about bulk or height, but pure efficiency, where every muscle is functional and purposeful, helping him launch explosive punches with remarkable speed and the kind of power that can instantly change a fight.